Hi, it's your garden Staudinger from Munich. Today we're talking about a herb you definitely know, rosemary. Most of us sprinkle it over potatoes or toss it in the roasting pan, and that's it. But rosemary is so much more than just a seasoning. It's a little powerhouse of nature. And I put it to the test myself. For 3 weeks straight, I drank 1 cup of rosemary tea every single day. The result was so surprising, I just had to make a video about it. But before I tell you what happened, let's look back in time. Because rosemary has been with humanity for thousands of years, as a healing plant, ritual herb, and symbol of protection. From the ancient Greeks to Roman priests to medieval monks, rosemary has always been a star. And after this video, I promise you'll never look at it as just a kitchen herb again. Stay tuned until the end, where I'll share my 3-week self-test, and then I'll invite you to join a little challenge that could actually change your life. All you need is a rosemary plant, and a bit of curiosity. So grab yourself a cup of tea, sit back, and let's dive together into the world of rosemary. And of course, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. It helps me a lot and doesn't cost you a thing. Chapter 1. Myth and History. The ancient Greeks were big fans of rosemary. Students wore wreaths of rosemary, believing the scent made them smarter. Philosophers kept rosemary on the table while debating, the thinker's herb, so to speak. The Egyptians placed rosemary with the dead to guide their souls to the afterlife. In Rome, it was burned in temples to cleanse the air and drive away evil spirits. In the Middle Ages, no monastery pharmacy was complete without it. It was used against melancholy, rheumatism, digestive troubles, and to purify the air. There's even the legend of the 4 thieves' vinegar, a mix with rosemary said to protect against the plague. At weddings, rosemary symbolized love and loyalty. The bride and groom wore sprigs. In France, it was sewn into pillows to keep nightmares away. In Spain, planted at the doorstep, it was believed to ward off witches, and its name, Rosmarinus, means dew of the sea, already sounding like clarity and vitality. Extra story, rosemary was also a plant of hope in hard times. During the plague, people carried sprigs in their pockets, believing the strong scent could keep illness away. Shakespeare even wrote about rosemary as a symbol of memory and loyalty, and to this day in some cultures it's still laid on coffins as a sign of remembrance. Few herbs are tied so deeply to human history. So rosemary was always more than a kitchen helper. It was symbol, ritual, medicine, and protector. A plant that's been by humanity's side for millennia. Now let's see what modern science has to say. Chapter 2. Why Rosemary Works. The Science. Today we know a lot of the old traditions weren't superstition at all. Rosemary is packed with compounds, over 20 antioxidants, more than some so-called superfoods. The most exciting are cineol and camphor. They boost circulation, improve oxygen supply, and sharpen the mind. A study at Northumbria University showed that people with rosemary in their bloodstream did significantly better on memory tests. The higher the cineol levels, the clearer their thinking. Then there's rosmarinic acid, a powerful antioxidant. It protects cells, reduces inflammation, and strengthens the immune system. Researchers also found rosemary can ease anxiety, lift mood, and even relieve pain. Muscles relax more easily, minor aches fade. The liver benefits from detox enzymes. Blood sugar can improve slightly. Interesting for people with type 2 diabetes. Extra insight, modern research even explores rosemary in connection with Alzheimer's and dementia. Early studies suggest that simply inhaling rosemary aroma may support memory function in older adults. It's no miracle cure, but the idea that such a humble herb could help keep the brain fit is truly fascinating. In short, rosemary is a biological all-rounder, good for brain, heart, muscles, and digestion. And the best part, you can use it easily, no prescription, no lab needed. Which brings us to the next chapter. Chapter 3. How to use rosemary. The simplest and maybe most beautiful method is classic rosemary tea. You don't need much. 1 teaspoon of dried or 2 teaspoons of fresh leaves is plenty. Pour over hot water, around 80 degrees Celsius, 175 degrees Fahrenheit, steep for about 10 minutes, and you've got a little miracle in your cup. The taste is strong, spicy, slightly resinous, not for sugar water fans, but a real pick-me-up. Important, don't overdo it. 1 cup a day is enough, 2 max. Rosemary has power. Too much can actually cause restlessness, heart palpitations, or dizziness, but tea is just the beginning. Rosemary has many uses. Rosemary oil, fresh sprigs in olive oil. After a few weeks, you've got not only a kitchen treasure, but also a massage oil that boosts circulation. Rosemary bath, a handful of sprigs steeped and poured into bath water, pure wellness at home. Rosemary salt, dry the needles, crush them, mix with coarse sea salt, perfect for potatoes or meat. Rosemary honey, a sprig in a jar of honey, let it sit a few weeks, a sweet, soothing remedy for sore throats. Rosemary syrup, boil with sugar and water, strain, the base for refreshing lemonade or cocktails. Rosemary vinegar, infuse sprigs in apple cider vinegar, a fragrant vinegar that even works as a hair rinse. Extra tip, rosemary tea doesn't have to be hot. In summer, brew it strong, let it cool, and serve it over ice with a slice of lemon. It's refreshing, energizing, and far healthier than soda. Some people even use cooled rosemary tea as a natural hair rinse for shine and scalp stimulation. And of course, as an essential oil or simple aroma, rosemary can lift mood and clear the mind. Bottom line, rosemary isn't just a seasoning, it's a multi-talent for kitchen, wellness, and even your home pharmacy. Chapter 4. Where to find and how to recognize. Rosemary is an evergreen shrub with needle-like leaves, dark green on top, silvery underneath, and with that unmistakable resinous scent when you rub them. In bloom, rosemary carries small blue to violet flowers. Yes, they're edible and look great on any dish. Originally from the Mediterranean, it's now grown worldwide. It loves sun, dry spots, and doesn't like too much water. Perfect for balconies, patios, or garden beds. You can buy it fresh in supermarkets, markets, or garden centers. Better yet, plant your own shrub. It's hardy and long-lived. Caution! Don't pick it near roads. Pollution lingers in the leaves. In winter, rosemary is a bit sensitive. Potted plants do best overwintered, frost-free and bright. Outdoors, protect with brushwood or fleece. Extra note, rosemary has many cousins in the Mediterranean herb family: thyme, sage, oregano. If you can grow one of those, rosemary will feel right at home. And thanks to its evergreen foliage, it's not only useful but also a great decorative plant in any herb bed. That way you'll have fresh rosemary year-round, and as a bonus it looks great and smells amazing. Chapter 5. My 3-week self-test. Now for the exciting part, my self-test. For 3 weeks I drank 1 cup of rosemary tea daily. After just a few days I felt more awake and focused. The afternoon slump? Gone. My head was clearer, concentration sharper. I could work longer without a second coffee. My mood was brighter, almost sunny. Physically too, neck tension eased, my muscles felt more relaxed, digestion calmer. It was as if my body had found its rhythm again. And the best part, the effect stayed constant. No short buzz, but steady support. Others report similar things: fewer headaches, deeper sleep, more energy. One viewer even told me she slept through the night again after 4 weeks. Another said his exam anxiety dropped significantly. Extra reflection. Of course, that was my personal experience. Everyone reacts a little differently. Some might notice clearer thinking, others calmer digestion, others better sleep. That's exactly why I invite you to try it yourself, because the most powerful results are the ones you experience in your own body. For me, rosemary was a real game changer. That's why I'm sharing this experience with you today. My conclusion in your challenge. Rosemary is so much more than a kitchen spice. It's medicine, energy booster, muscle relaxant, a plant with a soul. Science now confirms what people knew for thousands of years. My tip? Try it yourself. Drink 1 cup of rosemary tea daily for 4 weeks and tell me in the comments how it works for you. Maybe you'll soon feel more awake, relaxed, and happy, just like I did. And if you're fascinated by healing plants, don't miss my other video. 15 plants as powerful as ibuprofen. Big Pharma hates this trick. Or if you're curious about wild plants, unbelievable but true, 10 weeds that are actually superfoods and free to harvest. If you enjoyed this video then, like, subscribe, comment, so you never miss a thing. And please share this video with friends and family. Help spread this knowledge even further, because the best remedies often grow right outside our door. Sometimes the best medicine isn't in the pharmacy, but right in your kitchen, in a simple pot of herbs. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Your garden Staudinger from Munich.